Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. It's Nick Granville here today to talk to you about the Keeley Muse Driver. Brand new pedal from the good folks at Keeley Electronics. It's a collaboration between Robert Keeley, one of the original boutique pedal builders, who's now kind of, expanded the whole operation. It's a much bigger thing that he's doing now and releasing original designs and all kinds of stuff. And also Andy Timmons, a legendary rock guitar player, just beautiful player. That's all I'll say about Andy Timmons. If you haven't heard him, go and check out Andy Timmons. Look him up on YouTube because he's a bad dude. Anyway, this is a pedal they did together. So I thought I'd show you this today. So the controls you have are pretty simple. You have tone control, drive control, and level control, and then these two switches, input, output, and a power supply. Now, it won't run on battery. There's no provision to run batteries, but who runs batteries these days anyway? I know I haven't run a battery in a long time, so you're probably not going to need that. If you do need it, you can always get an adapter thing that adapts a plug to a battery if you needed it. I think I bought my one that I had years ago for like $10 to run a pedal that didn't have a supply. Everyone's going to run it off supply, let's be honest. So, what do we have here? We have two circuits, and you have a separate tone circuit and a separate drive circuit that have two different flavors. AT for Andy Timmons, RK for Robert Keeley. So, two different flavors of each. And you've got, with the two different circuits, you can have the tone circuit of one and the drive circuit of another, whatever you want. So here's my clean sound. So just a touch of reverb on there. It's a clean Fendery type amp. So I'll show you what everything sounds like 12 o'clock and both in the AT mode. So pretty cool. Let's put them both down in the RK mode. Everything's still at 12 o'clock. So as you can hear, at that setting, there's not a huge amount of gain, but they're two distinct different flavors. So the cool stuff comes when you combine it, right? So I'm going to go back to 12 o'clock, everything both in the top. There's a point where it kind of blooms. Right there. That's the sweet spot if you ask me. And then if we switch this down, you'll hear there's two different tones. Quite distinctively different, and then same on the other switch. Pretty cool. Let's turn the drive up on full. So as you can hear, when you switch this down to the RK mode on the tone side, it's got a thicker, fuller mid-range. This side here kind of just changes the character of the distortion more than the amount. You can see there's plenty of gain on tap if you're up on full. Let's go back to gain on nothing. So that would be a good, like, edge of breakup kind of boost, really. You could hit the front of an amp with, or scroll through the tone control. Remember, I'm in a single coil there, and even with the tone control up on full, it's not nasty. There's a tone about it. My favorite setting on this is to put probably about there, about there, have that one down and that one up. So that's my favorite setting right there. Tone control about halfway, volume about halfway, in the RK mode for the tone, which is the fatter mid-range, which I like, and the AT mode for the drive. And just I push the drive up until it just, that bloom kind of happens. So that's just a quick look at this pedal. It's the Keeley Muse Driver. I think they're onto a winner with this one. So some new models coming, and I've got a pre-production of one of the new ones coming. So I'll show you that again in one of the guitar dailies coming in the future. So please subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss that one. The next one I like just as much as this, if not more. It's pretty cool. This is great though. This does a certain flavor. It's built on two classic circuits, switchable, loads of versatility, and I think that's one of the key things that I like with overdrive pedals. Because most of the time, if I'm going to use an overdrive pedal, I'm taking one or two, usually two, and I want one that does one flavor and one that does another. And the important thing is they've got to work together. And having all that flexibility of all these different tones means that I can kind of tailor them so they're going to work together, and that's a big one for me. Anyway, as I said, if you like today, please subscribe. I post every day on YouTube. My name's Nick Granville. I'm a session musician from Wellington, New Zealand. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers.